This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not driving my sweet AMC Pacer through the car wash, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. You missed a spot.
High school football is back, but guess what? We need more referees. There's a constant need for qualified individuals to work our high school football game. Please consider becoming a football official. Go to pnfoa.com. Sign up today. That's pnfoa.com. Sign up today. This is a message brought to you by Rainier Avenue Radio App, your home for Metro High School football.
What's on your heart? Are you exhausted at the lack of progress for people of color in business, politics, and life? This is Cindy Bright, the host of Heartbeat Radio. Each week, we explore this heart condition of the country that is affecting you and me. We have real conversations about what's necessary for change. It's time to change this dialogue. Will you join this Heartbeat weekly, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio?
On Rainier Avenue Radio.world, look for the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show. I'm Dennis Weaver, your good food guide and host, helping you to feel good and look good, and who wouldn't want some of that? All that and more from the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Stories, songs, and guests. Begin living the organic good food life, and the rest of your life just may be the best of your life. Always up, baby, to your health.
How would COVID vaccines work in your body? Here are 3 things to know. Number 1, a vaccine is basically a training session for the immune system. Vaccines teach the immune system to look for the key features of a virus. So when a virus does show up, it's ready to fight it off. Number 2, a vaccine gives your body a plan to recognize the virus. Then your immune system starts preparing by making antibodies, or fighter cells, that stay in your blood as protection in case the virus tries to invade. What this means is you get immunity against the disease without having to get sick first. Number 3, when enough people's bodies know how to fight off a virus, it has nowhere to go. That slows the spread. When people get a vaccine, we're able to stop the spread quicker and get closer to ending the pandemic. To learn more, go to covidvaccinewa.org. A message from the state of Washington.
Would you like to see when your favorite Rainier Avenue Radio show comes on? Check out our show schedule, updated weekly at rainieravenue.world.
Hi, Queen Bree.
Hey, Robyn. Back at it. My mic is mute again. Hi. Hi, everyone. You are watching Clean Greens Living, broadcasted on Rainier Avenue Radio. It is your host, Queen Bree and Robyn T. What's going on, Robyn?
Hi there. Not much. I am really happy to be here with you today on Rainier Avenue Radio for Clean Greens Living. We're broadcasting live. We're coming to you from Duwamish territory. You can learn more at realrentduwamish.org. And also, our beautiful theme music is created by Cuddy Fresh, aka Carrie Williams. And we have great guests today. We don't have a whole lot of farm updates, but we got stuff to tell you as usual. But great to see you, Queen Bree. And what do you got? What do you got for us?
I was going to say, what do you got for us for the farm? The farm is closed. Did we make that announcement last time? I feel like it's just all been a blur since the harvest dinner.
Same.
We had a harvest dinner. The farm is closed. It was flooding out on the farm, so we have no more produce. But we are still still doing things behind the scenes. We do have a nutrition class coming up in January. It starts January 4th, and it is a gut nutrition. We have a lady by the name of Melanie Bell, a nutritionist, Minister Melanie Bell. Let me put some respect on her name. Minister Melanie Bell will be coming to teach us about gut health, how to take care of your gut. Why is it so important? So January 4th, the class is $15 per person for 3 classes.
which is a steal of a deal.
That is such a good deal. I really can't wait for this class. I want that information for real.
Me too. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it either. We do have limited spots. They're only like, I think we said 20, 25. Go check out, if you want, if you're interested, email us, go to our website, let us know that you're interested in that. Am I missing anything?
No, that sounds good. But you can also keep in touch with us that way in general. If you want to make sure you're on our lists to be contacted to volunteer or to get signed up for our CSA, we will be getting all of those lists updated throughout, 2022. So you can just shoot us a brief email through our contact form on the website, cleangreensfarmmarket.com, saying, yes, I want to volunteer, or yes, contact me when you're ready to do CSA or any of the above.
And we're not exaggerating. These lists are hot commodity. So if you want to be on, if you want to CSA this year, if you want to take this class, it is important for you guys to sign up ASAP. $15 per class, 3 classes. This is just the beginning into nutrition, but we are shifting to not just giving out fresh produce, but also teaching you how to cook it, how to take care of your body, how to educate yourself. Not everybody really pays attention to gut health. We all talk about getting healthy, but we never really pay attention to the important steps. So I'm excited for this class.
Yeah, that's going to be really fun. Yeah, there's like so much information out there about nutrition. So be in our community so we can ask questions and you have someone, a whole nutritionist to talk to.
Right. And I can't believe I almost forgot to say this. We are having a holiday bazaar party. It's going to be a party for Rainier Avenue Radio. I need everyone and their mamas and their kids to come visit us next Saturday, December 11th, from noon to 5. I think the address is should tell them the address.
Yeah, it says 4916 and it is at a really hot location. Where is it at?
It is in Columbia City. There's going to be Black Santa in the house, music in the house. We have some very important people that are going to be there to talk to us about what's going on in our community. So you guys all stop what you're doing, come hang out with us, come learn more about Rainier Avenue Radio and meet some of the hosts, see Black Santa, take a picture. We're excited.
That's going to be fun.
I'm excited. We've been working hard behind the scenes. I can't even keep up sometimes. Okay. So now, of course, we always have wonderful guests, but I'm super excited to have this guest on. Any friend of Deontay's is a friend of ours. We have Dee from Anew. She's going to be coming in talking to us about all the things that are going on with Anew. But before we bring her on, I just wanted to read her bio. She has spent the last decade and a half working for Seattle Public and independent school and nonprofits that partners with Seattle School District, such as community learning centers and YMCAs. Dee has worked as a behavioral specialist and program director for various nonprofits and the public school district. She was born and raised in Seattle, lived on the East Coast while being a college athlete, where she earned a degree in child psychology. Dee also has earned a Child Development Associate's in Extended Education Certificate from University of Washington. She has 14 nieces and nephews with whom she loves to spend time with and go on adventures. So everybody, welcome on Dee. Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I just want to let you know that Deontay wanted to tell us that he loves working with the both of you guys in the organization. You guys are the heart and soul of the organization, and he can't wait to see what you guys have in store for 2020.
Oh,
and I probably jacked that up. Sorry, Deontay, but you know what? He loves you, Dee. Okay.
I love Deontay. I'm glad that Deontay set this up. I'm excited.
So how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really busy. I've been working with Anew for a little over 2 years now. I started as a program manager, so I work directly in one of our training programs, preparing people to get into non-traditional jobs within the trades, within King County and Pierce County, I recently, about 2-3 months ago, was promoted to director of programs. So I oversee all of the programs now that we have here for New, except for our Rise Up program. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on at New. We've got more cohorts than we've ever had before. We've got some youth cohorts that I'm super excited about. Yeah, Anu's got a lot going on for 2022, and I'm excited to be a part of the leadership team and see what we can do for the community.
Nice. Congrats on that promotion.
Yes.
Congrats on all the growth. We're so happy to have you here. We heard that Anu's mission is to improve people's lives by providing quality training, employment navigation, and supportive services leading to successful family wage careers. This is awesome work. Can you tell us about the cohorts? What does that mean?
Yeah, awesome. So we run cohorts. We run 12-week cohorts. We run this coming 2022, we have 12 cohorts that are scheduled. A cohort is where students, they come, they're interested in enjoying the trades. They may or may not know which trade they're interested in, but our cohort exposes students, and the training is free to those who want to join. A cohort is a class that goes over construction blueprints. It's where they can get their flagger certs, OSHA 10, all the certs they would need in order to get into construction. We also expose them to the physical aspect of being in construction. And so we train folks within a cohort. So within the cohort, a cohort means you come to try out. You have to actually try out to be a part of the program. But the cohorts are 12-week programs. So we'll start, for instance, our first cohort will start of the year is January 10th. And our last cohort is September 7th. So the cohorts are 12 weeks, particularly. We have we call them the training centers. We have 2 different cohorts that will both start in January. One is for all women and those who identify as women, because we really want to focus on getting women and people of color into the trades, teaching them how to navigate. And then another cohort is a co-ed cohort, so anyone is more welcome to join that cohort. And again, a cohort is just a 12-week course that goes over the construction education, the blueprints, math. How do you get in an apprenticeship? How do you navigate once you're in an apprenticeship? What's the difference between joining an apprenticeship and going to college? What are the benefits of immediately being trained and knowing that being an apprentice, you earn a career wage, really joining right in the middle class with no experience. And at New, we just expose those, and you get preferred entry. So preferred entry means once you go through our program and you complete the 12 weeks, we have over 20 to 30 different partners within the community who will accept those into their actual apprenticeship program. So iron workers, electricians, carpenters, cement masons, bricklayers, alliers, you name it. We have those connections. And if you complete a cohort, you get preferred entry into one of those trades.
Nice. And I don't know if you mentioned the age yet, but you guys start off from 14 to 21.
So yeah, that's a little interesting aspect here at New. So we have different programs. What I just mentioned now were cohorts, which are for those who are 18 to any age. You have to be 18 to go into one of our training center cohorts. But we do have 2 programs under our youth exploration program, which are for those who are starting as young as 14, which would be a sophomore, junior in high school. And that's our DVR program. And that DVR goes to different high schools and talks to students where they do work-based learning. So they come and we teach soft skills. So how do you dress for an interview? How do you create a resume? What does that look like? So job readiness skills. We go to high schools and we teach that. And then in the summertime, we also provide we call boot camps for, again, those who are 14 to actually 24 are the age range you can go to those boot camps, and they're paid stipends. So in July, for instance, July 11th to August 25th will be that youth cohort where if you're 14 to 24, you can come, you get paid, you get the same exact surge, you get the same exact experience for those who are adults who go through the program, but that's for the youth. And just teaching youth, not everyone wants to go to college. Some people do want to go down the non-traditional pathway. Some people don't want to be in debt. So we do go to high schools within, and we're actually expanding to both Eastern Washington and Western Washington to get those cohorts for the youth.
I like that. And I like how you mentioned, like, not everybody wants to go to college, but I don't know, like growing up, I never, there was like, not everybody wants to go to college, but there was not really mention about other non-traditional jobs. And so I like that you guys are going into the school and you're teaching them that they have options. And I love that. What is the age, like, is there an age limit to apply for a new?
For the 12-week pre-apprenticeship, yes, you have to be 18 or turning 18 while you're in the program. So a lot of times we'll tell those, if you're a senior and you're graduating, we encourage them to come to that July cohort because it is geared towards youth, although they can come at any point in time, but you have to be 18 in order to get into any of the trades in Washington State.
I'm curious, are there eligibility requirements? Because it seems like this is like
yes.
a popular program. I'm like, do people have to apply? Is it a bit competitive to get in? Like, what's the... it's free, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So to new itself, there aren't, I wouldn't necessarily say some necessarily requirements, but there are things that we want to make sure that we are empowering people and that we're supporting them, and that if they go through the program, that they can make it through. Like, we want, so many people have tried so many different things in life, so they're not sure, and they've gone through different pathways. And a lot of times is some people's last resort. Like, I've tried this and I've tried that. I've tried the traditional. I've tried going to school. I've tried all these things. Like, I want to do something with my hands. Like, I want to get out. When I drive down Seattle and I see skylines and I see buildings, I want to be a part of that. And so at some point, that's where people are starting to come from. And so you don't necessarily need to be eligible, but you do have to have a driver's license because all trades, you need to have a driver's license. Otherwise, you will not be accepted to any trade except for a painter. So if you don't have a driver's license, you want to be a painter, that is the only trade that accepts that. Another requirement is you have to be able to pass a drug test because, of course, if you're working in construction, you're a liability if you cannot pass a drug test. So you have to be 18 years old, you have to pass a drug test, and you have to, in order to get to a new, and then we do a math and reading assessment, just because in the trades there is a lot of math, unless you're a laborer. But you have to be able to use a tape measure. You have to be able to do those things. But we do have math classes, so we do 160 hours of math while you're in the program. So those who are interested in those, they're called licensed trades. So there's licensed trades and unlicensed trades. And to get in those licensed trades, you have to be able to have a certain math score. So we do provide those things. But we will come one, come all. We have something we do within our training centers. We have support services. So we support those who, again, we want to help women and people of color. So it's like, if you're, not all, but a lot of women have children. So we support with childcare. We will give funds for childcare. If you need gas cards, if you need to get your GED, you do have to also have a GED or diploma. But we help with all those things. And so you don't necessarily have to have a requirement, but you need to be on the path to be able to get it within those 12 weeks so that we can get you out to work.
Nice. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning into Clean Greens Living, broadcasted on Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree and Robyn T, and our special guest from Anu D. Jackson. One of the questions, we're going to walk back to all the things that you just said, but one of the questions I had too was, what about people with criminal background?
That, again, this is, to be honest, you guys read my bio. I'm huge on education. I've gone through education, highly educated, but one thing that I love about Anu and construction is that if you're willing to work hard and you want to change your life, we don't care what you came from. We don't care what you've done. It depends on how you show up today. It depends on where you see yourself in the future. And there is no background that is not accepted. They don't, it's come one, come all. You got to show up on time. You got to pass a drug test and you got to work hard. That's all we ask.
Wow, I love that. I love when people can come somewhere and be supported, especially women and people of color who have been abused and treated throughout the system and systems created to keep them down. So to have this program that's available to them, I mean, they'll help you get your GED, they'll help you find a job, they train you, they teach. Like, this is an amazing program. So can you talk about a little bit about what's new that's coming up in 2022? Can I say this? I always know when Black women are leading, it's about to be bomb. Okay, I already know.
We've got yeah, there's a few things that are new. So we're going to actually add the stipend, the youth cohort, to expand to more youth in Pierce County. So we're going to do a youth cohort in Pierce County. It'll be our first youth cohort in Pierce County. We're also going to do another adult cohort in Pierce County. So that's 2 cohorts. We've actually never been in Pierce County, so this is new. It's exciting to be able to touch people who are over there. We also have 4 CBC programs, so they're construction boot camps that happen out in Snohomish, Quinault. So we're really trying to stretch ourselves out within Eastern and Western Washington, something that's super new. So one of the programs that I actually haven't mentioned, which I think is pretty neat, it's called Passports to Careers. And it works again with high school students or anyone who's 18 to 20, who's experienced homelessness or has been in foster care after the age of 13. And we support them getting into any apprenticeship that they want. A new will guide them. You want to be a barber, a mechanic, aerospace, whatever you want to do. If it's considered an apprenticeship within Washington State, we will help you get into it. We'll help you get housing. That we're expanding that program to both Western and Eastern Washington to support youth who are struggling, whether unaccompanied or not accompanied homeless youth. So working with that population of students and getting them into apprenticeships as well. This year we ran 7 cohorts. We're running 11 this year, next coming year. So we'll be able to, I think we served over 200 people this last year. We're hoping to double that number again with going outside to Snohomish County, going to Pierce County. So we're expanding outside of King County. Denise is my coworker who oversees our Rise Up program, which is an amazing program. It's a workplace consultant to create and maintain a safe and inclusive environment to those who are in construction, because truth be told, and a lot of people who are in construction, to be honest, a lot of our partners are very aware of this, which is so beneficial to a new, is that construction wasn't made for people who look like me. It wasn't made for people of color. It wasn't made for women. It wasn't made for them to navigate. And so Rise Up is really like, if you're not treated fairly, if you're not getting paid right, if you're being mistreated in any way, shape, or form, like a new, we're going to come and we're going to support you. Like you come to us if you have a problem. And Rise Up's huge. Rise Up is a huge program. Oh yeah, there we go. That we do, and going to different construction, different contractors, and really supporting those. So I'm really excited about Rise Up, and Denise, of course, she isn't with us today, but she's doing an outstanding job at expanding that program.
Nice. I know that we were on a call with like a city council call, and there was construction people calling in about like having to pay for parking when they're working downtown.
Oh yeah.
And just to hear, like, they need the support, because people just always assume that every construction person is making money, but there's levels to this. And some of them are just starting out, are low income, and then they have to come down and pay for parking. Sorry. That just really makes me mad. Okay.
Yeah. Queen Bree, you brought up a really good point. And this is probably our last program that I'll talk about, but we have it's called Apprentice Resource Center. So So, in Anew, we try to streamline all of our programs. So you come in as a pre-apprentice, we reach you while you're in high school, and you can come to our training program. And once you finish our training program, we have our ARC, which supports those who are actual apprentice. So once you're an apprentice, like you said, like you have parking, you have to pay for parking every day in Seattle. As an apprentice, you have to pay for union due fees. As an apprentice, you have to pay for your gear, so your tools. A carpenter's has a list of at least a $500 tool list where you can't even go out to work unless you get that tool list. So New also has a program that supports apprentice. So not only are we going to help you get into an apprentice, we're going to support you, which is called retention. We're going to retain you by supporting you as your first 2 years an apprentice, because like people will assume like they make pretty good money, but it's like they a lot of people, they're still supporting their families and they're just starting, and your wage is based off of your experience at that point. And so we do have a program that supports those who are new apprentices. And again, with childcare, if you need childcare, whether you need rental assistance, relicensing, tools, boots, union dues. So once you are an apprentice, we still will guide you and support you throughout your journey, which is a really cool program that we have here at Anew.
All of this is so inspiring. I'm absolutely loving this. It seems like so many, like any type of jobs and careers, it's like you already need experience, and to go get that experience and then to maybe not have all the support and services you need. Like, this is incredible how many programs there are to like set people up for success, and then to have support after that. Rise up is amazing. I can't even I commend you all for doing that work. That's really cool.
All the programs she's mentioned is amazing. I don't
Really?
like lifting things, but you almost convinced me to come.
I know, seriously.
I'm like, well, shoot, learn over here. One question, because I may have missed this. Sometimes I can be a little slow. You said that you help youth get into other apprentices. So do you guys is it just construction, or do you have like the hair and all that stuff there?
So New is just construction. Our Passport to Careers it's a special program that we do have. That is the only program that will help you get into any apprentice, and it's only for those who are 18 to 20 and have experienced homelessness or foster care after 13. So it's the requirements for that are pretty strict. But again, sometimes we'll have those students who do come in. For instance, I was in charge of the youth cohort that happened this summer, and we had quite a few youth who were experiencing homelessness. And so we could support them, because it's like they don't have support, they don't have family, and they did pick construction. But no, you don't have to pick construction, but that's just for that one program. Everything else, you have to you got to go into the building trades.
Okay. I was just a little confused. I'm like, wait, did I miss something? But even still, that's still an amazing program for children. Look at Deontay have to make an appearance.
I saw that. I was like,
Deontay's like the Bigfoot. It's like pictures of Bigfoot.
Hey y'all.
Hey, don't pretend like you didn't know
I can't hear y'all, but I love y'all, and I just love working with this girl here, this woman here. I know y'all can't hear everything that I'm saying, but it's going to be so amazing for y'all to watch Black women lead. That's what Anew is doing. We are all about diversity and inclusion, and we're all going to be doing it with this lady at the helm. So y'all just need to watch out. I got to go. I'm double parked.
He's so crazy. Lord, what was that say? Oh, but no, I like the what program was it again for the homeless and the
Passport to Careers.
Passport to Careers, because a lot of the times our homeless youth really need that support, and youth that are been in foster care. It always breaks my heart. I always wish I could take them in, but a lot of youth that are teenagers or older don't have support, or no one wants to adopt them. So to know that there's programs out there that help support them get on their feet is really, it brings joy to my heart. How can Clean Greens and how can your community support you guys?
Spread the word. I always tell people I had no idea about Anew. I'm like, if I maybe caught me 10 years ago, I may have been a carpenter. But to tell people, like, if you're not sure what you want to do, try it out. Like, it's a program that's free to you. Even some of those young kids, like they're working now, they're doing forklift, flaggers, like they're to flaggers. You know how much flagger starts out at? It's considered a labor union. You start out at $32.18 flagging.
Wait.
Can I come? So I'm loyal to Queen Green.
And that, so for me, it's just like, you know, if you're not sure, you're curious, you can go to anewcareers.org, click on find an info session, which Deontay leads those. Ask all the questions you want. Get to know it. Be curious. If you're not quite sure even what building trades are, like what does that look like? Get on the website, ask questions. My email and phone number is on the website. People call me all the time because I was the program manager. So, if you're curious, if you don't have any experience, if you love working with your hands, if you're looking to, we always say it's a step to the middle class.
Sorry, Dee, we're at time.
We're at time. All right.
But thanks for joining us, and
Thanks
we
for
are
having
definitely going to show share
Dee.
your information. Thanks for coming on and teaching us about Anu. You guys go check them out. Up next is Traffic Jam. Thanks for tuning in to Clean Greens Living. Bye.
Bye, guys.